Welcome to the Gary Springer Show. Today we have this exciting lady, very well known in Dallas, by the way. She's a speaker, she's been in modeling, she's done it all. She's very successful in Dallas, and her name is Ester Davis. And plus she has her own show, which is the Ester Davis Show, right?
That's right. How you doing, Gary? Thank you so
you.
much for inviting me.
Well, Ester, I know a lot of things going on in your life, and you're a very busy person. I just want to thank you for being on my show, the Gary Springer Show. And tell me, what started all this years ago? I mean, in your early years, I mean, you was in the what? You was corporate modeling? And
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I went into corporate America, was actually hired into corporate America some time ago as a model, and ended up staying 24 years. So in the 24 years, it was back and forth between the modeling and whatever my career was at the time. So I had 5 jobs. Five jobs within this corporation in 24 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a great career. Absolutely a great career.
Then what else?
Well, you know, so much goes on when you're in corporate America. You come in contact with so many people, and that's probably the beauty of being able to work for a major corporation. But once I came out, I started, as you know, because you were helping me produce my fashion shows.
Yeah, there's a dynamic. I love them.
You love the fashion shows.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We had great success with the fashion shows. At that time, it was Time Warner Cable.
Right.
And we went from Time Warner Cable to Comcast. Now we're on, AT&T Cable to Comcast now to Time Warner.
Right.
So, and congratulations on your show.
Well, this is my first show, everybody. I just want to tell everybody, again, this is Ester Davis. She is a renowned name in Dallas. I mean, she's known all over Dallas. I mean, everybody's talking about Esther's doing something. But she's been in so many things.
Well, I've done a lot in the community.
Right,
basically.
you've done a lot of community services.
I've done a lot of community projects, major projects that have affected not only the city of Dallas, but the entire state of Texas.
Right.
And that's why I tell people it's very important for you to work in your community.
Right.
It's very important for you to, whatever project is close to your heart, whatever project is dear to your heart, you can make a difference by just participating. In fact, right now, I'm chair of senior affairs for the city of Dallas.
Right.
And there's so many services, Gary, out there for seniors. It is absolutely unreal. I mean, we live in the greatest country in the world. Everything is available.
Right.
You know, people will tell me, well, I need this, I need that.
Access it.
If you can access it, and go, there has to be rules and regulations. You can't just own anything. You have to have some boundaries, but at least the services are there. And you have to apply yourself to those services.
Well, your modeling career, I mean, how did this all come about? You just audition, or, I mean, what
how did I get into modeling?
How did they just, somebody walk up on you? I mean, you're a very beautiful lady. I mean, you're an awesome lady. I mean, it speaks for itself. But how did this all come to play anyway?
Oh, modeling was probably... There was a lady and had a dress shop. Her name was Connie Davis.
Connie Davis.
And Connie had a large dress shop at this time on Grand Avenue, right down close to State Fair. Okay. So what Connie would do is, and this is 30 years ago, is she would have people who come into the shop. I was one of the people in the shop. So one day she said, "Why don't you model for me?" And I weighed 100 pounds and had 2 kids. And I thought, I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to do that. And that sort of started it. Actually, from modeling at the store, the name of her store was Davis Apparel Shop. Went to the Apparel Mart. That was the beginning. I was really blessed. Yeah, that was the beginning of the petite modeling. So I was right on the edge of the petite, and they didn't call it petite in the early days. They called it half pint.
I've never heard of that term. Half pint.
I was a half pint model because I was short and skinny. And from then, it just went into a never-ending, evolving duel. Yeah.
And you said something earlier to me about motion pictures.
Well, once I got into modeling and doing the half-pint modeling before they named it petite, they had, that was when the industry first discovered that we do have some short women, and we do have some little bitty women, and we're not making clothes for them.
Right.
So then, what basically happened is that I went to not only the apparel mart, but we started going, there were other opportunities around the city. You know, Dallas is really a fashion mecca for the Southwest. So there's an awful lot going on here in Dallas and the surrounding area for fashions. Anybody that want to be involved, it's still going on. It's still going on.
And you won a lot of awards over the years, too.
Yes, thankfully I've won some awards, but most of my awards have been for and some of the organizations. We were fundraisers. We raised money for the organizations. We made a big difference on a lot of the major projects in Dallas, getting them done, that kind of thing. But I would always go back to modeling. But I had a modeling group.
Right.
We had a modeling group of young people, young ladies,
That's awesome.
and young men. We had it for 15 years in the old Redbird Mall area.
Redbird Mall.
And now it's Southwest Center Mall. But that was never really a modeling group, even though we called it modeling. It was actually a program to prevent pregnancies in 13 years.
Oh, really?
Yes. Because if you build self-esteem in a female, then she doesn't fall prey to some of the other things that go on in her life when she's very, very young. So in about 15 years at Redbird Mall, doing the modeling and the corporate modeling, we probably had about 5,000 young people come through that program. So community involvement is always.
I know one thing is that you're a hard lady to catch up with. I mean, you're everywhere.
No.
Every time I talk to my friends, where's Esther? She's doing something somewhere. But she is on the move. You're doing a lot of great things.
You know, I don't have any patience for people that say I don't have anything to do, because there's so much to do. You know, there's so much you can volunteer for, you can get involved
You're all
in.
into it, I know that.
And just fortunately, when I came out of corporate America, I already had something going.
Right.
Then I started my television shows. They're now 10 years old. Can you believe that?
That's awesome.
They're now 10 years old.
You got 2 shows now.
I have 2 shows. We have shows on cable and we have shows on Netflix.
Well, I think it's time for us to take a break.
Hey, Brianna, what was that math assignment? Hello?
Hi, honey. What are you doing?
Doing homework with my friends. Aren't I supposed to?
Just called to say hi, that's all.
Hi?
When you really listen,
That's all?
love is what they'll hear.
Yep.
Dad, that's so cool.
From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Welcome back to the Gary Springer Show. Today we have Esther Davison on, and I need to ask you about this speaking engagements now. Where's that going?
It's going wild and crazy. It was something we had not planned on.
That's cool.
And all of a sudden we're into speaking engagements and conferences and motivating people to follow their dreams and to follow what they want to do. We started, as you know, a series of one dance show about 2 years ago. It's called Get Up and Dance. And it was just something fun to do. Well, now we're into our 2nd year. We've done 7 shows of dancing.
Awesome.
It's the most popular thing that we've ever implemented. and you just never know what people want. From there, it went to AARP, basically saying that dance is the #1 exercise of choice. And you know what happens, Gary, is that a lot of people will say, well, Esther, I used to dance. Well, what stopped you from dancing?
Yeah.
You still have legs, and you need to get up
still
and dance. Yeah, you get up and dance. So we've had guests from other countries. We have lots of dance groups around the Metroplex. And basically, you know, it's funny how people come into your lives. And they come into your lives and they just
for specific purposes.
For specific purposes. So
And they're gone.
I basically wasn't dancing. I am not dancing. And I have this friend that does. And I have to call her name because now everybody knows who she is because she won a national award about a year ago from NBC. So Nell Coleman is the person with all the dancers.
I know
I
that
just
lady.
have the show. And
She's a mover too. She don't mess around.
no, she doesn't mess around.
No, she's
But she
all
does
business.
mess around too. She
Yeah,
messes around
I
on the
know.
dance floor.
She's a very well known lady.
But it's people like that come into your lives with specific purposes. and they're sincere, and they make things happen for you. They complement what you're already doing. So the dances have been a tremendous hit. But speaking has been a little bit of a challenge for me because I had not planned on doing it. I mean, this month alone, the Texas Publishers Association, I want to say thank you to all of the publishers across the state of Texas, the North Park CMA Women's Church, Inspiration, a conference held by a lady that has a company called Inspiration, but she gets businesses together, women that own businesses together, and inspire them to continue. But because, and that was a speaking engagement. So now we're doing 6 amazing women along with the Get Up and Dance, and I write a column which lets me travel a little bit. So that's why I get to be busy. But I love it. I love it.
This is your 3rd time overseas now?
This is my 4th time overseas. It has been enlightening. I think one of the things we need to understand is that we are definitely a global community. You can't separate it any longer. Diversity is right in our doors. It's not at the door. It's not coming. It's already here. It's already here, and we need to get involved in it. And when I say get involved, I had a lady to ask, well, what are you talking about? How do we get involved? Well, you learn another language starting off. Spanish is a language that is
pretty much
common.
In Texas it is.
But the number 1 language in the world is Mandarin Chinese.
Really?
Yeah.
I know that.
Mandarin Chinese.
When you found out?
Well, that's traveling. You know, when you travel, I'm actually going to United Peace Federation conferences that are involved with the United Nations and several other worldwide peace movements.
You went to Washington, D.C. one time.
Went to Washington, D.C. and got an award. I sure
Yeah.
did. You've been keeping up. Oh, my gosh.
I get on the internet, watch your little web page and stuff.
We got an award.
I mean, you just have a variety of things going. God's blessed you in so many areas.
God has blessed me in a lot of areas, but I keep moving. You know, I think I have a basic, just clear thing about philosophy. I think we're here to serve. I don't think we're here to complain. I don't think we're here to just sit around and do nothing. I think you're here to serve other mankind
Just rise up
in some way or the other. And I just happen to have a gift for gab. I'm not a shy person at all.
I know that.
I'm not shy at all.
First time I met you.
But we all people that I like being around, like Nell Coleman, and I have some good friends, Akul Rashan. Those people are doing things. I mean,
know Nell Coleman. She done a lot. She's still doing a lot.
Yeah, you have to come out and dance with us. Gary Springer on the dance floor. No,
But
Career was in. We need to learn another language. Our new neighbors from other countries have as much right to come into any country as they want. You can move today if you want to another country. You can do that. You can live in another country. I don't think that we should have 50 wars going on in the world today because we're destroying the world that our Creator made.
Right.
So at some point, we're going to have to stop the wars and take care of the planet Earth, the place where we all live. So that's basically why I've gotten some of the awards in D.C. and career is because I tend to write about peace. Right. I write about people getting along. I write about all of the utter ridiculous chaos we have going on in the world.
There's a lot to do.
There's a lot to do, and your show is part of that testimony.
I mean, I met you at DCTV. You used to call it DCTV.
Right.
And first time I met you, you came on the scene. I mean, there's a charisma about you. People just attracted to you.
Wow.
Because one thing, you're a beautiful lady, but there's a charisma. I mean, you know what you want in life, and you go for it.
Yeah.
And people are attracted to that's your spirit. And I think, like I say, I think you help a lot of people. Like me, for instance, I was a nobody. I'm still. I'm saying you help people. You mentor a lot of young people too. I know.
But if you help somebody get where they want to go, you'll be blessed to go where you want to go.
Right.
It's a very simple process. I had a choir in South Dallas for about 10 years called the South Dallas Choir. I have to tell you this story.
Okay.
Young people, inner city, that never got out of South Dallas. They never went to North Park. They did not go to Six Flags. And we put these kids into a community choir. And a lot of people say, well, aren't you afraid to do that? No, I was never afraid to do that. But that was in the 80s. Those 188 kids today, Gary, or police officers, constables, probation officers, and it's amazing how they will come back, and this is all done in my church, and it's amazing how they will all come back and say, you know, thank you for doing that. But yeah, for starting up and for exposing me. But the whole point of this conversation is, if you help somebody else, it doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost me anything to help you or anybody else. It doesn't cost anything. But if you do that, then you can expect some blessings somewhere else. That's the way I look at it.
Like I said, my association with you, this is the second time you've been on my show.
Yay!
This is national.
Gary Springer Show.
But, you know, again, like I say, you helped me out and, you know, maybe somewhat. Well, I guess we'll get ready for a station break and we'll be right back.
I decided a long time ago that when Walter and I had a disagreement, I'd go off and do a little knitting.
Well, what does Walter do?
Oh, he just putters around in the yard.
47 years. It's got to take a lot of time and patience.
And attention to detail. Constant work, and you can't forget the big picture.
Honey, I finished another sweater for you.
Patience.
I just love that woman.
Use it before you lose it. From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Welcome back to the Gary Springer Show. Today we have Esther Davis, and we took a commercial break, and again, it's an awesome thing to have this beautiful lady on my show.
Well, thank you.
I know we talked about a lot, and a few minutes ago we was talking about some articles you wrote and some movements you're in. What about this Going Green?
Going Green movement?
Movement. What is that all
You know,
about?
for the first time in probably 100 years, Going Green is something everybody can participate in, Gary. Robert Redford has started a major project on Going Green for our people around the world. You've got a lot of major, notable celebrities getting on the Going Green project. And basically, the only thing that is involved is that you, as an individual, can take an important role in doing a small share of saving the planet. That's what it means. Start in your own backyard. You can start with ride sharing. You can start with using DART, not driving your car as much, especially going into the summer months. You can start with not using as much paper, watching your garbage. I mean, there's just so many little bitty things you can do to make a big difference. And I did write an article, and the name of it is Earth is One Country. It's a planet, but let's assume that Earth is just the United States, or it's just Brazil. Then all of us need to be doing the same thing to save this Earth. So Going Green is a project I am involved in. I appreciate your show being a part of it.
Oh, thank you.
And just talking about what it is we can do.
We need to, though. We need to save this Earth. There's so much pollution out there. It's unreal.
But we can control it. All of this is generated by people and by corporations. So if you know a corporation that's polluting, then you write them a letter, you contact their board of directors, their shareholders.
Or even just email them.
Or email them, exactly.
I mean, the technology's there. It really doesn't
Exactly.
take that much time out of anybody's life to do it. A couple minutes. And again, like I said, you're involved in that.
Well, I just want people aware of it. One of the things I found is that a lot of people are not just totally aware. And then if they're aware, they say, what can I do? Okay, if you're using tons of paper all day, that you're putting in the trash, then where can you cut back on that? If you're driving your car to the store, can you ride a bike or can you walk? So those are the two main things. There's a lot of things. So,
we have masses of people big time.
Well, we have 300 million people now in the United States, and if we all did an act of Go Green a day.
Let me ask you this. How do they get in contact with Esther Davis?
EsterDavis.com, ESTER. We're on the air every Saturday morning and at 5:30 a.m. That's our flagship show. That's on broadcast, Tax TV, or now it's Ion Media.
Right.
And then we're actually on Time Warner. Have a great loyal customers, audiences on Time Warner. We're on Wednesday night and Friday night sometimes.
I think we got the time. Tell me about this new product you got coming out.
Got a new product. That's
right.
right.
Yeah,
I
want to help people out. And she's got this awesome thing she's doing.
Oh, you have to buy my product. It's a hair care product, and it's all the essential oils for all hair, not black hair, not white hair. It's for all hair.
Mm.
And see, what we've gotten into with all of our products is that all products have these additives in them. They have all kind of chemicals, they have all kind of preservatives, and we actually did a back to basics hair care product. You can just email me at esterdavis.com or host, HOST, at esterdavis.com.
And what about your television show? When does that come on? What time of day?
Well, at 5:30. I couldn't believe you couldn't have sold me a 5:30 show. People say I'm not up early. No, the majority of A-type personalities are actually up at 5
I'm up
o'clock.
at 3 o'clock in the morning.
You're up at 3. Wow. So I love the time. We're on at 5:30 a.m. on Channel 68. Regular television, anybody can watch it.
Right.
And then basically the same shows are on Time Warner cable, Channel 27 and 96, I think. Yeah, I think it's 96. But no, watch my shows. And you can watch some of them online.
That's an awesome thing having you on my show. It is
well,
great.
I count it
I
a
hope
privilege.
you be on my show next time. Man, if in your future, I want to hear about what you're doing. And I will hear about it because I'm, I stay in contact with people who knows you, or I will get in contact with you one way or the other.
Well, you're pretty busy yourself.
Well, I'm involved in a new business called Alabaster Girl Perfumes.
Perfume, like perfume for ladies?
The real thing.
The real thing.
Yeah, I'm getting on the internet with it, and my TV show that you helped along by giving me the courage to do it, and other people, you know, in my life, and so things are moving a little bit for me, and I'm thankful, and I just want to help people just like you do. And, I guess I can just, my network is like hook up with people you need to get your,
to get things done that you want
get your
done.
core group and stuff, that you're, like I say, you need people to do things for you.
Right.
It's like a business, and that's where I mean that. But again, what else would you like to tell the viewing audience?
Well, the other thing I'd like to say to the viewing audience is especially about watching the shows. Largest shows are the health shows that we do with the Health News Network and our Get Up and Dance shows. So watch those shows. Get up and exercise. Get up and move. Move your body. The body was actually made to move.
Right.
And watch what you eat so you can enjoy your time here on this earth. That's probably the greatest thing I can say to your customers.
So are you going to be doing any speaking engagements in the near future?
Oh, gosh, yes, I have.
What you got coming up this month or next month? Or what?
Okay, this is actually May. This is Mother's Day. I have a speaking engagement at a conference, and I don't have the name of the conferences, but it's a conference in June. If you email me and you want to hear hear the speech or the conference, we can send you a schedule. So email me and I give you a schedule. One of the things I've had with a speech is that, you have to do research, you have to do this, you have to make sure. It does take a little bit of time to get it together. But one of my favorite speeches, I do have some favorite speeches now. One of them is Bite the Bullet, and that's about getting things done that you have been procrastinating on for years. Another one is Pack Your Own Shoot. So we have some that have been quite popular. Eventually, I'll put them on DVD and sell them to my audiences.
I can't wait for your next fashion show. When is it?
Can't wait for my next fashion show.
Like.
See, he and my crew, I have some loyal, dedicated crew members, love the fashion shows. We will be doing fashion shows. It's the Doty Awards. We have done it for, that's been 16 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, we've done it for 15 years. This will be the 16th year that we've actually done the Doty Awards. And the Doty Awards is Designer of the Year, but now with the Go Green project, it will still be the Designer of the Year, but it's going to be people that are designing our new world.
That's awesome. And where's it going to be in Dallas? Do you know?
Oh, we'll do it in Dallas, but now my shows. The Ester Davis show now is in Houston, Metroplex, San Antonio, Austin, Metroplex, and all of North Texas. So we're in 8 major markets.
I can't believe it still.
I can't either. I can't either.
I don't know. I think you just do so many things. You know, it's just awesome.
So it's been 10 years. But that's what happens. We're thankful to good people watching the shows and good sponsors that continue to think we're important enough to do that.
That is great.
Where'd you get this great setting, by the way? I love this area.
A friend of a friend. No, one of my crew people that we're really good friends.
Okay.
He hooked us up, and just like how I hooked you up through associations.
Mm-hmm.
And we got 1 minute left, so anything else you would like to say? I mean,
well, we do have a very, very important event coming up with the City of Dallas, and I am chair of Senior Affairs. Mayfair is May the 11th.
Okay.
And Mayfair, because May is Older Americans Month, there are a lot of activities going on around the city celebrating older Americans. It's a blessing to be old at any age. But Mayfair is on the 11th at the Hyatt Regency Hotel. It's a noon event. You don't have to be out at night. It's called Mayfair. So please come. Tickets are $20.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank
for
you
being
very
on the
much.
Gary Springer Show. We're glad to have you.
Thank you so much. It was
And
awesome.
I want to have you on my show next time.
Well, you got to come over to the Ester Davis show.
Well, one of these days I'll hook up with you. If I can catch you. But it's, you're awesome, like, really.
Well, thank you, Gary. I appreciate your kindnesses.
And let's see. Oh, yeah, you can reach me at The Gary Springer Show, or email me, springerwg@hotmail.com. And again, I thank you for your time.
Well, I'll look for the show and watch the Ester Davis show.
I decided a long time ago that when Walter and I had a disagreement, I'd go off and do a little knitting.
Well, what does Walter do?
Oh, he just putters around in the yard.
47 years. It's got to take a lot of time and patience.
And attention to detail. Constant work, and you can't forget the big picture.
Honey, I finished another sweater for you.
Patience.
I just love that woman.
Use it before you lose it from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.